Willie, what does the Challenge Cup mean to you?
It means a lot, yeah. As a kid, I watched it over many years, and it's always been a major competition. It's a prestige competition in England that everyone knows about in Australia, and it's a privilege to be part of it.
So it does have the cut through, because we always get told it's the one game that the Australians watch, I suppose a bit like the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah.
We probably haven't got a forensic knowledge of Australian horse racing, but we know about the Melbourne. Is it sort of similar to that in that way?
Yeah, there's no doubt. It's been a competition that's been admired by Australians over many years, and to play a final at Wembley, and obviously where we're playing here, this is a traditional England rugby league ground, and then obviously the next step is Wembley, which is one of the biggest stages to play a game in England. So we certainly get it from Australia, and it's a privilege to be part of.
You've played in the competition. Not particularly happy memories, you were just telling me.
No, we didn't. We played FC, and they beat us when I was at Wigan in the first round. So not great memories, but certainly, I certainly understand, and I certainly get the competition. That's for sure.
There's only two real things you can win. You can win the League Leaders' Shield, but a lot of focus is put on the Grand Final and the Challenge Cup. 80 minutes away from having that opportunity. It's a massive carrot dangled, isn't it? Yeah,
it is. It's the players should be highly motivated for it. It should be a week that they motivate themselves, or the game itself is enough to motivate them. So it's there's games there that you need to obviously motivate players, and give them that extra sort of motivation to play well and perform well. But for me, this week's about how big the game is. It's a big game for the club. We want to be playing in those big games, and I said that at the start of the year, and we're certainly playing in one this weekend, and obviously can play in an even bigger one if we go do the job.
Can we talk about the club's recent memories in this competition? Last year, obviously you weren't here, but the main bulk of the playing squad were, and a lot of people at the club. Is that being talked about, that disappointment at Ellen Road against Huddersfield?
Look, we haven't spoken about it collectively. I know, talking to some individuals, there's no doubt they weren't happy with their performance that day, and we probably didn't play as well as what we could or should in such a big game. But we're not, we haven't sort of honed in on it as a group. It's just more hearing individuals speak about it. So there's no doubt, individuals would hurt from being so close, but then being so far as well. So. The positive is that we've got an opportunity this week to write some, to turn that around.
I suppose some of the senior players may have learnt some lessons from this stage of the competition last year then. Yeah,
I mean, you always learn, don't you? If they say your best learning is going through adversity and when you lose some games. So, we've gone through that last year. We've gone through that again this year. We're coming out the other side, I'd like to think, because we're getting some players back overall. We've got a new halfback in place now. So, we're going into it in a much better sort of condition as a team than what we were a few weeks back.
Going back a few more years, 2015, and a lot of Hull Kingston Rovers fans will remember the semi-final here against Warrington as one of their happiest memories, I guess, supporting the club in the last decade. To return to a venue, it looks a bit different, Willie, it's all been renovated, but there's a lot of Rovers fans will be coming on Sunday who remember that win against Warrington. That's quite special as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely it is. You need to hold on to that, and we need to hold on to what that felt like so we can feel it again. I've just been told that we're going to have a majority of the fans here, which is outstanding. I always say it, we've got a very loyal and most passionate fan base in the comp, I believe. So there'd be no better feeling to get them singing and get them chanting and with purpose, with a strong performance, because that's what really it's about on the weekend. It's about coming out on the weekend, putting in a strong performance to get a result. We want to perform well, but there's no doubt it's about getting the result on the weekend.
You've got the South stand. I think that's quite big. The fans in this stand can make a real load of noise, and the fact that they're going to be Robins.
Yeah, huge. There's no doubt the players feel it, they hear it, and it gives them that extra energy. So. We love our fans. We love the support that we get. As I say, they're loyal. There's been some times there this year that we haven't probably played to where we needed to play, but you get through it, and you get through it collectively. You get through it together, and then what you want to do then is enjoy the good times. And there's an opportunity this week to share a good time at such a traditional ground like Headingley. It's a beautiful ground. It's a beautiful stadium, and I'm sure it's going to be very loud this weekend.
I think pitch is going to be good because they're working on it now as we're stood here talking. Can we talk about your squad then, Willie? For the first time, excuse me, in a while, you have a halfback conundrum because you've got, fingers crossed, 3 players available for 2 positions.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, Mike needs to go through his protocols, which he'll do, today. So, it's a good headache to have. We haven't had that. We have players that have played out of position, and it hurts. Last time we played Wigan, that they beat us in extra time, and we had players playing out of position, but we got so close. So there's no doubt with having genuine spine or genuine halves in your team is certainly going to help us.
There would have been a stage in the season where he would have automatically, I guess, come back in. But the fact that you've won the last game, Rowan's played well in his absence, and Brad's come across and done what he did on Friday night, that gives you a few dilemmas, doesn't it? Yeah,
again, they're good headaches to have. We need to look at everything. We need to look at our performance last week to go, was that the team that did the job? Can they do that again? We need to have a look at, obviously Mikey's individual performances and what he's brought to the team of late. So there's a lot of factors that go into it. We could obviously put all 3 in the squad as well. So we need to know who's available. We need to know who's fully fit, and then we can finalise our decision.
Again, with the caveat, we're very early in the week. People will wonder about Elliot Minchella, Ryan Hall. Are they decisions to be made a bit later on in the week?
Yeah, absolutely. So they're decisions that we'll need to make, probably later in the week, Friday, even possibly on Saturday. So obviously we want them in the team. We're better for it when we have those players in the team with their experience and how they've been playing. So can't give you an answer till the end of the week.
No Dean Hadley, sadly. However, in the absence of Kane Lynette, Jimmy Kynhorse come in and played well. Yeah. James Batchelor's come back. Again, that's a real good shot in the arm for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, Jimmy's come in full of energy. He hasn't played a great deal this year, and you can see the energy that he's brought within the team. His effort areas, he's competing hard, but he's been doing that most of his career. So we knew what we were going to get from Jimmy. Again, mate, we just need to have a look at injuries. We need to have a look at who's fully fit and then work out our best team. But no doubt, we're a better team when James Batchelor's in there. I've said it all year. Our defence is a lot tighter, and he does so much off the ball stuff that people don't see, but we certainly see.
Do you look much at Wigan, Willie, or are you more a coach who focuses on your group?
I'm definitely a coach that focuses more on us because you can control that. But certainly we will do a thorough preview on Wigan, look at their strengths, look at areas that we think we can exploit. But you need to get yourself right first, because if you don't get that right, then you can't control what the opposition do, but you can control what you do.
Do the 2 previous games this season have any bearing on this?
Oh, I mean, you need to build it again. It's a whole new game, but there's no doubt we can get a lot of belief and look at areas that we did, cause Wigan some headaches. We need to look at those and have a look at their last few games to see if those opportunities will still arise. But again, it's, as I said before, you need to build it. It's a new game. It's a new stadium for us both. We haven't played at this stadium against Wigan before. It's a semi-final. So yes, we will certainly look at those 2 games, but it's about us building the game again and earning the right.